Fiend, 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 fiend. Music lovers and concert goers, what is going on? And welcome back to Spotlight on Tours, where we talk all things concerts and live music. I'm your host, Jake Kelly, and after this concert, I'm fiending for more, and I'm gonna be fiending for more until January 12th when I see Travis Scott again in Boston. This show was just everything. Just the entire production, the entire show itself was just a beautiful sight for my eyes. And for those of you that went to this show and are talking to me about how lit it was, how amazing it was, believe me, I know. This is the official post-concert recap for Travis Scott's Utopia Tour presents Circus Maximus from December the 23rd at TD Garden. First of all, y'all, I do want to apologize for getting this out so late. This is not going to be a regular thing going forward. This show happened right before Christmas, and, everybody's so busy right around the holidays. So I do apologize for the delay for this video, but without further ado, let's break this all down. So right off the bat, I'm just going to say this. This was the best rap concert I have ever been to, dethroning Drake's Aubrey and the Three Migos tour that I went to back in 2019. This was the best rap concert that I have ever been to. This concert was just everything. Just Travis's stage presence, all the pyrotechnics, the fireworks, the indoor fireworks, the songs he did, what he did as far as crowd interaction. We're going to break it all down. We're going to break down every category, starting off with stage presence. Travis Scott came out there. He started off with the intro to his Utopia album, which his first song was Hyena, and right off the bat, the fire, the pyrotechnics, it all went off. His DJ was going absolutely insane, and he just absolutely hyped up the crowd. And, for him to go from what was the pregame, or the pre-show sound effect, which was just crickets. He had just nighttime crickets in the background, and it was putting everyone to sleep, and it was just everybody chilling. And then once the lights went down, it just became so freaking lit. I can't even believe it. I know there's some rappers that go on tour and they just have the background tracks and then they rap a little bit over it, but not really as much. But it actually seemed like Travis Scott in his tour was actually singing, he was actually rapping, and just everything about his stage presence on the crazy stage in the middle of the arena that he had was just absolutely incredible. So stage presence, I gotta give him a 5 out of 5. Production, I could go on for hours and hours about how incredible the production is. I'm gonna just start off by saying this. He did Fiend 12 times at the show that me and my buddies went to. Every single time, there was a different pyrotechnics and a different fire effect within the song. And just the pyrotechnics, the explosions before songs, and just the lighting effects, when he was looking to get fans to ride the parasols, he had the lights going all over the crowd trying to pick out a fan. And then in between the times he was doing Fiend, he was going section by section throughout the arena and just pointing out the fans that were in that section, calling people out. The production, the lighting, the fireworks, this was the best production I think that I have ever seen at a concert in my entire life. That might be a stretch, but it's up there. It's definitely top 3, if not the best production I've ever seen at any concert I've ever been to. So production is going to get a 5 out of 5. And crowd interaction, I pretty much just explained it within the production. He had fans go on stage to ride the parasail during songs, and it kind of just rode around the stage, and they people were just turning up. They were turning up on those parasols, riding around the stage, getting the crowd all fired up. He was bringing people on stage. He was calling people out. he's getting a 5 out of 5 for crowd interaction easily. It also seemed very under control too. It seemed like there was a lot of security around. There was a lot of security around, all around the pit, all around the loge, just everywhere, making sure that everybody was staying safe after Astroworld and the tragedies that happened there. So it was just really good to see that, like, it was still very high energy, very lit, but it was also very safe, and there was so much security around as well. Moving on now to setlist. Like I said, he played Fiend 12 times. He did it 11 times, then he did Sicko Mode, and then he did Fiend again. So 12 times total he did Fiend. I feel like he did leave out some of his bigger and older songs, such as Antidote, Stargazing, Quintana, etc. So I'm going to give him a 4 for setlist. You know, I feel like Fiend 12 times, I really love the idea, and I love what he was able to do with it, interacting with the crowd, with the lights, going section by section, and the different pyrotechnics every single time he did Fiend. I think that was very unique. However, I was a little bit disappointed to not hear Antidote, Stargazing, Quintana, Who What, and some of his other, like, older and still big songs. I mean, I understand that Travis Scott has a very big platform and he has to really pick and choose because of the time limit that he has on stage, but because of the fact that he didn't play, you know, the songs that, you know, I personally wanted him to play, I feel like maybe he could have done Antidote for sure, because that was one of his big songs that he was doing at his other shows. And so just because of that, I am going to give him a 4 for setlist. We'll see if he does any different songs in January when I go, and see if that number can go from a 4 to a 5 for setlist when I go on January 12th with my brother, but for now I'm keeping it at a 4. But we're going to move on now to the last category, which is opening acts. So I'm going to talk about Tizo Touchdown. Tizo Touchdown came on, the lights went down, and he hyped up the crowd. I enjoyed his set a lot. I thought he was pretty entertaining with the way that he interacted with the crowd, with the way that he asked the crowd questions and did like a little countdown, or a count up rather, to give them the answer. I just thought that the way he went about his set was very unique. I'm probably not describing it very well, so if you want to see for yourself, I'm sure there's videos all over YouTube of Tizo's set list that you can watch and see for yourself. The one thing that I was a little bit thrown off by was the fact that he didn't utilize the whole stage. You know, I was happy because he stayed at the part of the stage where my buddies and I were sitting at the entire time that he was on stage, his entire set, but I don't know if there was like any sort of restrictions where he couldn't use the whole stage. I'm sure that was disappointing for the fans that were sitting on the far side where Tizo's not performing, but I'm going to give Tizo Touchdown a 4 out of 5 and just a 4 for the opening acts. I thought Tizo Touchdown was pretty good, and I loved when he came out with Travis Scott to do Modern Jam, the song that the two of them have together. But opening acts is going to get a 4. So to recap, stage presence, 5. Production, 5. Crowd interaction, 5. Setlist, 4. Opening acts, 4. Overall, this show is going to rank high on my rankings at the end of the year. This show is in contention for the best concert that I went to in 2023. Despite some of the critiques that I am making about this show, it's still going to rank really high. It's the best rap concert that I have ever been to. The production, the pyrotechnics, the stage presence from Travis, and then from Tizo when he was doing his opening act set. I thought that it was just absolutely incredible. I'm so ready to relive it in January, and it might rank high in my 2024 rankings too, because, you know, January is going to be the start of the new year, so we'll just have to see. But as of right now, Travis Scott is going to rank really high on my rankings at the end of 2023 for sure. This was such an amazing concert, and I am so hyped that this is the first show that I'm talking about on this channel with y'all. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, you can follow this channel on Instagram at Spotlight on Tours Show below. And thank you so much for watching. I'm Jake Kelly, and until next time, rock on.